Here at Newell Creek and Abernathy Creek, we're building large wood jams in the stream to provide that important habitat both for adult fish that are spawning in these streams, but also juvenile fish that are rearing in these streams. One of the key limiting factors for salmon, steelhead, cutthroat trout, and lamprey is the lack of large wood in our streams.
These kinds of cool water refuges are critical, really, in saving the populations of particularly things like coho salmon. They're endangered, and if we can't provide a habitat refuge for them, we may lose them altogether. And restoring them once they're lost from the system is a lot more work than saving the natives that are already here.
We're using a couple different techniques to build log jams here on both Abernathy and Newell Creek. In Newell Creek, we're using the helicopter primarily because of how inaccessible Newell Creek Canyon is. It has very steep canyon walls where vehicles can't drive down to bring the logs down, so we're using the helicopter to ferry the logs up. In Abernathy Creek, because we have access off of Redland Road, we're going to be using excavators to build those jams. We're anticipating placing about 200 logs in 36 log jams in Newell Creek and Abernathy Creek. Each log jam will consist of between 2 and 12 logs. Some of the logs have their roots still attached, and then we're also adding in some brush so we get that complex nature of a natural log jam.
So when we start to put these large log jams in place, whether it's Abernathy or Newell, what we're starting to do is catch some of that wood that's coming down the stream. One of the first things they're going to do is that physical, functional change to the creek. The next thing that they're going to do is they're going to start to attract wildlife because they create pools behind them. And there are birds, kingfisher for example, will actually hunt, and they don't just hunt salmon, so we don't need to worry about that. Those log jams also create deep pools, and that cool water is essential right now. Those are refuges during periods of high heat. And we had very high temperatures in Abernathy Creek last summer during the heat dome. We expect to see that again this year and for years to come. But we also have to plan for the future, so we're planting along the riparian zone so that we have trees for the future that also provide shade for the creek.